stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The Norristown Area High School Faculty Choir under the direction of Miss Lynn Greenwald. Thank you. Please be seated. Good afternoon. I am Joe Howell, and on behalf of the administration, faculty, staff, and students of Norristown Area High School and the Academic Academy at Roosevelt, as well as the administration and board of school directors of the Norristown Area School District, it is my pleasure to welcome you to our 146th annual commencement exercises honoring the 430 graduates of the class of 2008. Joining me on stage this afternoon are a number of school and school district dignitaries. As I introduce them to you, I ask that they each stand briefly and that the audience hold your applause until all have been recognized. Beginning in the front row on my left, Charmaine Bazemore, President of the Class of 2008, Heather McHugh, Secretary of the Class of 2008, Dr. Samuels, our Superintendent of Schools, Mrs. Smith, President of the Board of School Directors, Dr. Rogers, Assistant Superintendent, Ms. Pierce, Vice President, Board of School Directors, Mrs. Ash, Board of School Directors, Mr. Delaney, Board of School Directors. In the second row on my left, our two co-sponsors of the class of 2008, Mr. Schmalbach and Mrs. Smith. Mr. Howe, Board of School Directors, Dr. Mothy, Board of School Directors. Seated in the first row on my right, Dolores McKay, valedictorian of the class of 2008, Evan Hadrick, salutatorian of the class of 2008, Mr. Smith, Vice Principal for Engineering and Technology and Health Sciences, Dr. Studi, Vice Principal for Special Education and English as a Second Language, Mr. Robbins, Vice Principal for Business and Finance and Law and Justice, Ms. Walls, Vice Principal of Performing Arts and Visual Arts, Ms. Simpkins, Principal of Roosevelt. And in the second row on my right, Bianca D'Amito, Co-President of the Class of 2009, Sarah McManus, Co-President of the Class of 2009, Mr. Melnick, Board of School Directors, and Mrs. Shanoski, Board of School Directors. We thank all of you for joining us this afternoon. I'm pleased to note that today's commencement is being broadcast live on NASD TV, cable channel 28, and using our own resources. We are broadcasting live on the internet, which means that family and friends from throughout the world may be with us in real time this afternoon. And to all of you in those audiences, greetings from Norristown. We are happy to have you join us today as well. Our first speaker this afternoon finished his high school career ranked second in the class academically. He participated in a wide variety of activities while at the high school, including co-president of the National Honor Society, student school board representative, student council cabinet member, captain of both the cross-country and track teams. He has received numerous awards, including honor roll awards, sponsored and department awards, and was recognized as an outstanding participant in the National Achievement Scholarship Program. He will be attending the University of Miami in the fall, where he will major in civil engineering. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce the class of 2008 salutatorian, Evan E.J. Hadrick.
Good afternoon. I would like to welcome all of the teachers, staff, lead teachers, principals, administrators, school board members, our new superintendent, and the parents present here today. But most of all, I would like to greet the soon-to-be graduates sitting in front of me. All of you are about to experience the greatest change of your lives so far. According to Webster's dictionary, the word change is a noun, the act or result of making something different. Change is a word we hear all too often in reference to our lives. The misconception frequently made is that change is just an action. While seasons change, grades change, and people change, change is an ever-present force that cannot be stopped. Yet success is decided by the ability to determine when to change with the movement or when one should stand fast and remain the same despite change all around them. When different situations arise, what decisions do you make in response to them? Now, if you would like to evaluate your success so far, just think about how you reacted when you experienced change. Did you cry at your elementary school graduation? Did you cry at your middle school graduation? Are you emotional now? Did you make that middle school sports team and then work hard to get better for high school? Were you able to find your classes that first week or month of high school after 9 years in a smaller setting? Did you continue to study and get your work done when senioritis began to creep up on you, putting that voice in your head that continuously said, "I don't feel like doing this"? Did you write your college essays in the beginning of the year or suffer through those long nights right before the deadline? How did you react when our school implemented the small learning communities? Did you just pick the one that all your friends were in and regret not being able to take the classes from other communities? Or did you really choose a community that interested you and learn about what kind of career pursuits you could want for the future? How did you react when you came back to school with all new teachers after finally becoming close to the teachers you had the year before? Although it is okay to cry at a graduation, not handling change in the right manner often gives back a negative result. You may have still made it through those situations, but change never stopped because you weren't ready, and it probably hit you head on. Even if you answered no to all the questions I asked, the fact that you have made it to this point shows that you chose the right move somewhere, and all of you should be proud of that fact. Change doesn't always have to be a destructive force in your life, taking away everything around you and forcing you to cope with your loss. Change can be a relieving breeze, something that opens new doors and helps you become a better individual. Did you join a club of something that interested you? Did you get involved with class activities? Did you join in with the rest of the school as we watch our basketball team make it to their first state championship in 30 years? Did you meet new people and make new friends that you will always remember? Did you just enjoy yourself as being a part of this school? As I went through my first 2 years of high school, I performed well, I got my work done, and I participated on the track team. But when I would go home after it was all over, I still felt as if I was missing so much, and I wasn't experiencing nearly enough of what NAHS had to offer. The things I had done as long as I could remember were not fulfilling anymore, and change was leaving me behind. In my last 2 years, I joined the student council. I became a student school board representative. I became captain of the track team, and I just put in that extra effort that I'd never used before to gain experiences and friends that I will never forget. Now, all of you should have something to remember, and if you don't, do not worry, because change is an ever-present force, which will always give you the opportunity to do something new, meet a new person, or just pursue happiness. All of you will feel the relieving breeze of change very soon, as you have gone through high school and now have the opportunity to do something new and make even more experiences you will never forget. Thank you.
The key of knowledge was presented to the school by the class of 1904 to be given to each successive class for the next 50 years. This period elapsed in 1954 and the key was retired. To perpetuate the tradition of this ceremony, a new key was presented to the school by the class of 1954. This key was retired by the class of 2004. This new key was presented to the class of 2005 to be passed down for the next 50 years. We are proud to present the class of 2009 with this key of knowledge. On behalf of the class of 2008, I, Heather McHugh, present this key of knowledge to the class of 2009 with best wishes for a happy and successful senior year.
Thank you, Heather. On behalf of the class of 2009, I, Sarah McManus, along with Bianca Nemito, would like to congratulate the class of 2008 and wish them the best luck in the future. We'll miss you guys.
Our next speaker completed her high school career ranked first in the class academically. She too has participated in a wide variety of activities while at the high school, including Vice President of the National Honor Society, Student Council Cabinet Member, NBC 10 Norristown Project, NAFAD, SPICE, Band, and Key Club. She has received numerous awards, including Honor Roll Awards, sponsored and department awards, and represented Norristown Area High School at this year's 6 ABC Best of the Class This Year program. She will be attending Penn State University in the fall, where she will major in telecommunications, film, and video. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you the class of 2008 valedictorian, Dolores McKay.
Good afternoon to my fellow classmates, families, friends, administrators, school board members, and staff. Today, we embark on a day that we will always remember. I would like everyone to close their eyes and envision something that most of us would recognize. I would like everyone to picture a Sony PlayStation. There are 3 buttons on top of the gaming system. One is used to open the top, and another is used to turn the system on. The 3rd button is the one I would like everyone to pay attention to. The word reset is written on this button. Remember this word. I would now like my classmates to think of the days that they spent in high school as a video game rotating inside the system. When we were younger, we used to get mad and hit the reset button every time we died or messed up in a game. We would hit reset every time we threw that game-ending interception or when we lost our last life when we touched the nitrous box in Crash Bandicoot. As we all know, life doesn't give us many chances to start over. When life does, we need to take this chance and run with it. Today, life is giving us the chance to hit the reset button. In the fall, all of us will be starting a new life. Whether it is on a college campus, a job site, or with the Army, we will all meet new people and create friendships that may last the rest of our lives. When we walk into this new environment, no one will know who you were in the past. It won't matter if you were the sports star, the prom queen, the smartest kid in the class, the musician, the class clown, or if you got suspended for your actions. What will matter is who you decide to be from that day forward. By pressing the reset button, the sports star can become an engineer. The prom queen can become the CEO of her own company. The musician can become a scientist. The class clown can become a lawyer. And the person that got suspended can become a teacher. If you don't like who you are now or something you've done in the past, take a chance. Press the reset button. Do what you haven't done today and the next upcoming years of your life. Step out the box. Challenge yourself to do something that you never thought you would. If you feel you need to change who you are, go ahead. Press the reset button. No one can stop you. People will try to, but don't let them stop you from getting to the level you want to obtain. Don't let them stop you from reaching to your full potential. A teacher once told a successful businesswoman by the name of Renee Moore that she would never become a nurse. She later proved her teacher wrong by becoming a nurse. You control who you are, and if your finger touches that reset button, don't ever let anyone tell you different. With every PlayStation game, there is an ending. With every ending, there is always a new game to play. Today, our game of high school ends, and a new game of life begins. Whether or not it's the same game that you played in high school is up to you. Thank you.
Each year, the president of the graduating senior class passes the cap and gown down to the president of the next senior class. With this cap and gown, we are passing down all of the responsibilities and traditions we hope you, the class of 2009, will uphold as seniors. On behalf of the class of 2008, I, Charmaine Bazemore, am proud to present this cap and gown to the co-presidents of the class of 2009, Ms. Bianca DeMito and Ms. Sarah McManus.
As co-presidents of the class of 2009, I, Bianca DeMito, along with Sarah McManus, are honored to accept this cap and gown as a symbol of honor and excellence. By accepting this cap and gown, the class of 2009 will continue to uphold the traditions of honor and excellence associated with it. We wish the class of 2008 the best of luck in the future. Thank you.
Helen Bickens Schartzer Memorial Award. This award is given to a worthy graduating senior with superior scholastic achievement. And the Student Services Valedictorian Award. This is an award given in recognition of the class valedictorian for academic achievements and excellence. Congratulations, Dolores McKay.
the Phi Beta Kappa Award. This award is presented to a graduating senior who is outstanding in scholarship, character, intellectual curiosity, and integrity. And this award is going to Evan Hadrick. Congratulations.
The Eagle's Nest Awards. The Eagle's Nest Awards are given to students with the highest academic ratings. Please hold your applause until I've read all the students' names. Dana Glodek, Carol Ann Russo, Kristen Palmerio, Denise Vereen, Min Lee La, Stephanie Vereen, Ariel Reynolds, Brandon Ellis, Kellyanne Maloney, Evan Hadrick, Dolores McKay.
The 2007-2008 school year has been a year to remember for me, and almost entirely, those memories will be good. This is the year that 10 students teamed up with NBC 10 and formed the Norristown Project that gave the Philadelphia television audience a look at who we really are, in a way that a high-priced public relations campaign could have never accomplished. And they're taping their final segment here today. This is a year that our athletic program flourished. Some of those achievements have been well documented, others less so, but each the result of hard work and fulfilled commitment. This is a year that our JROTC program underwent its first ever formal inspection and passed with flying colors, and recently won the Delaware Valley League Raider competition. The Wingspan, our school newspaper, achieved both state and national recognition, and DECA, as is their custom, continued to do the same. Likewise, our tech school students have achieved regional, state, and national recognition in their courses of study. Student Council provided leadership throughout the year, organized many of our student activities, and hosted the very successful Region F Conference, both an honor and tribute to their members and our school. We launched our new senior intern program. Our small learning communities continued to provide their students with unique learning opportunities through their partnerships with the likes of Vanguard, Fox Chase Cancer Center, and the Susan B. Komen Foundation, as well as numerous assemblies provided by experts in their various fields. Our theater programs continued to delight their audiences. Our all-new music department excelled in both concerts and competitions. And our Evening with the Arts program featured the many talents of our students in that unique format. Our Comm Center greatly expanded both the quality and the quantity of their public service and original programming. This is the year that the first class to spend their entire 4 years at the high school with me will graduate. Each and every one of you contributed to, participated in, or benefited from these activities, and I hope that you have been enriched by the experience. I hope that you have been enriched by the experience, but will not be defined by it. Instead, be defined by the lifetime of experiences and accomplishments that come after today. Be defined by what you do, not what you did. Leave here today with pride and confidence, pride in what you have achieved, and confident in what will come. And thanks for the memories. Thank you. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the Superintendent of Schools of the Norristown Area School District, Dr. Janet Samuels.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Smith, Board President, our members of the Board of Directors, to our staff members that are here, our parents, our guests, and of course to our graduates. It is indeed a pleasure to greet you this afternoon. Before I go any further, please join me in giving the 400-plus graduates of the Norristown Area High School 146th class a round of applause. I use the word graduate this afternoon with much purpose. The word graduate stems from the Latin word gradus, which means step. This afternoon, our graduates are taking a major step as they enter the next chapter of their lives. Recently, as I took a step in terms of careers, a dear friend gave me a book. And as an educator, I can't resist just sharing a few lines of that book with you. And if you listen closely, many of you may find it quite familiar. To our graduates, I say, congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourselves in any direction you choose. Yes, I say to our young ladies and to our young men, the class of 2008, you can steer yourselves in any direction you choose. The world beckons at your feet. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Your success will be measured by your commitment to working hard to accomplish your goals. As graduates, you are sitting here today, and you have the power and the impact to really shape our global economy. Here before us sits future doctors, technologists, anthropologists, musicians, scientists, teachers, educators, business individuals, and the possibilities are endless. As graduates who are moving on to the next chapter in your lives, I'd like to remind you of a quote by France. To accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream. Not only plan, but also believe. We are counting on each and every one of you to act. You must be the change that you expect to see in the world. In a book by William Bennett entitled The Book of Virtues, there are many, many virtues, and I'd like to just select 2 or 3 this afternoon. And one of those virtues is the virtue of responsibility. And I say to our graduates, it is extremely important that you are accountable for your actions. Responsibility is one of the most important signs of maturity. Making good choices, these choices will affect the rest of your lives. The second virtue that I'd like to mention briefly is perseverance. Perseverance simply means being accountable for your actions. In Harry Truman's memoirs, he refers to perseverance as, he compares it to riding a tiger. And he states, you must hang in there, slow and steady wins the race. And of course, courage. Having the courage to dream, and I mean to dream big. Having courage to take a stand and to face your fears. Having courage to handle your confidence and to figure out the right things to do. And to know, of course, that you should never define yourself or be limited by someone else's standards. You must dare to dream and imagine what others believe are impossible. You must not only dream, but of course plan. Be prepared to take advantage of the wealth of amazing opportunities that lie before you. And it is extremely important for you as graduates to know that all things are possible. I often say to our students, and we have amazing students who are part of the class of 2008, that you must leave your thumbprint on this world and never stop believing in yourselves. And to our parents and to our guardians and to the staff members that join us today, as Plato stated in Republic, you know that the beginning is the most important part of any work, especially in the case of our youth. For this is the time when character is being formed and impressions are developed. And as our parents and as our guardians and our staff members, I'm sure that you will agree that there is no nobler training than helping our graduates to continue to prepare and, of course, to believe in themselves. It is our jobs to support our graduates so that they know, indeed, they may leave their thumbprints on the world. And to our graduates, as you continue to accomplish great things in this amazing journey of life, I encourage you to believe in yourselves and settle for nothing less than excellence. And once again, I say to each and every one of you, congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourselves in any direction you choose. Congratulations to all of you, and I wish you the very, very best. It gives me great pleasure to introduce someone who certainly is very, very committed to all of our graduates, our class of our 146th class, which is an incredible honor. It gives me pleasure to introduce the president of our board of directors in the Norristown Area School District, Mrs. Pearl Smith.
Good afternoon, Dr. Samuels, parents, honored guests, and the graduating class of 2008. If you look at your program you received this afternoon, you will notice the first word on the cover is commencement. The word commencement often causes some confusion, and perhaps it is right and proper that we clear up the confusion. We know the root of the word is commence, which means to start or to begin. Yet, as I have heard from many of you this afternoon, this is graduation, which marked a conclusion. The successful conclusion, I hasten to add, of your school career. How can an ending be a beginning? The answer is obvious. Yes, this afternoon is an ending, a conclusion of a process you began some 12 years ago, a process called formal education, Throughout that time, you have worked, studied, and striven for this day, the day when you have completed your studies and would receive a diploma, which attests to that fact. Now that the day has come and the conclusion of your schooling is at hand, but just as certainly, this afternoon is a beginning as well. This becomes just as obvious if we ask ourselves the question, what were those 12 years of education for? Why did we go through them? Let me suggest that they were not to prepare you to end or conclude a portion of your life, but they were to prepare you for a new life. After this afternoon, I will greet you not as a student of our school, but a citizen of the world. You do not end your life as a student as much as you begin your life as an adult in an adult world. Therefore, take what you have learned and use it. Use it at this commencement. Use it as you begin your life as an equal partner in the world. Use it as you meet challenges. Use it now and throughout your lives. May it serve you well. We, as board members and educators, and you as students, have done our part. Now we stand at the gateway, on the other side, which is the world, with all that is offered and all that is demands. As you say farewell to us, you say hello to tomorrow. Grab hold of tomorrow and using what you have learned in the past, build it into a bright and shining future. It is the hope and prayer of everyone here that your pathway may be straight and true, and that your destination may be golden with happiness and alive with vibrant promise. Luck, success, and happiness to the class of 2008 from the school board directors of Norristown Area School District.
Good afternoon. My name is Charmaine Bazemore, and I'm the class of 2008 president.
Heather McHugh, class secretary.
Maggie O'Brien, Student Council Co-President. Carol Ann Russo, Student Council Co-President.
On behalf of the class of 2008, thank you for joining us on this special occasion. As the presentation of diplomas is about to begin, the graduates request that the audience hold your applause and refrain from any outbursts. We have worked hard for this day, and each of us would like to hear our names read and to have our guests hear our names read as well. Immediately following the distribution of diplomas, Mr. Howe will present the class of 2008 to Dr. Samuels, and Dr. Samuels will accept the class. At that time, Mr. Howe will present the class to the audience for your more enthusiastic response. With your cooperation, our commencement will be a joyous and successful one. Thank you.
At this time, Dr. Samuels and Ms. Smith, if you would come up and make these two presentations of diplomas.
It is my privilege and pleasure to present a diploma for special recognition in obtaining the highest scholastic average to the valedictorian of the class of 2008, Dolores McKay.
It is now my pleasure to present a diploma to a special person in recognition of obtaining the second highest scholastic average to salutatorian of the class of 2008, Evan Hadrick.
Mr. Schmalbach and Mrs. Smith, class of 2008 sponsors, will now award diplomas to the senior class officers. The president of the class, Charmaine Bazemore. Vice President, Stephen Schrack. Historian, Kara Kozer. Secretary, Heather McHugh. Treasurer, Allison Nur. We will now announce the names of the graduates.
Ariel Denise Reynolds.
Brandon L. Ellis.
Kelly Ann Maloney.
Stephanie N. Vereen.
Min La.
Denise A. Vereen.
Dana Elizabeth Glodak.
Kristen Lee Palmerio.
Carol Ann Russo.
Matt Booker.
Margaret Jean O'Brien.
Alyssa Jade O'Donnell.
Dawn Devine.
Shakira K. Robinson.
Eric Preston Fagan.
George Alex Washington.
Lisa Marie Bailey.
Philip Michael Clark.
Terrell Ellis.
Shakia Sanel Latson Singleton.
Bridget T. Gibson.
Malcolm Joseph Butler.
Brian Taylor.
Danelle A. Thorpe.
Sharice Scott.
Michael Pearson.
Samir Williams.
Ashley Ann Henry.
Chanel Lowry.
Isaiah Rutherford.
Jared Boyd.
Vaunisha Moore.
Kiera Parker.
Argenis de la Cruz.
Francis Hurd.
Faith Robinson.
Brittany Wallace.
Juan Chapman.
Christopher Dennis.
Layla Kirshner.
Rebecca Ann Rook.
Lucas Tyler Shaka.
Jose De Jesus Rosa.
Naya Ariel Holloway Butler.
Jasmine Alervia.
Stephen M. Gallagher.
Josiah Pizzo.
Alexandra Grace King.
Pamela Vu.
Brian Maurice Holt.
Robert Jean Palecchio.
Lisa Marie Palisano.
Stacy Ann Gaynor.
Luis A. Salinas.
Tyrone Manigo.
Angel Byer.
Latoya Nicole Hilton.
Jose Mansilla.
Frank Mandarano.
Lakeisha Paulette Johnson.
Jasmine I. Boone.
Frank Desmond Perry.
John Anthony Keene, Jr.
Courtney Lee Bell.
Francis Irma Leapart.
James David Sposs.
Eric Parker.
Jessica Marie Rodriguez.
Jasmine Marie Bowens.
Robert Anthony III.
Malcolm Pearson.
Elizabeth Sensi.
Megan Sperano.
Nicholas Rex.
William Griffin Bird.
Lynn Marie Fackler.
Alessandra Fiorni.
Joseph Michael Lelly.
Carrie Ryan O'Donnell.
Michelle Grace Moser.
Chelsea Denise Craig.
Nicholas Sambrick.
Alexander Buffo.
Julia Louise Harbaugh. Daniel James Schott.
Allison Joy Vanderslice.
Brianna Lynn Shields.
Scott Edward White.
Nicholas J. Ferrier.
Rachel Marie Moser.
Ibelis Rodriguez.
Brandon Michael Washenko.
Terrence Bernard Stevens.
Amanda Marie Delvecchio.
Jessica Green.
Nicholas A. DiCarlo.
Stephen Horton.
Adrian Kier.
Jillian Marie Fusco.
Corey Michael Burns.
Nicholas Joseph Cassidy.
Jessica Lynn Stonier.
Megan Altimus.
Shay Jordan Ash.
Stephen Andrew McAvoy.
Donna Klemowitz.
Shannon Alexis Rowland.
Joshua Terrell Jackson.
Thomas Davis Golden.
Lisa Marie Klemowitz.
Samantha Michelle Blazo.
Vontae Lemire Shippen.
Victor L. Melvin.
Shelby Mills.
Karina Garcia.
Corey Davis.
Larry Charles Sowell Jr.
Asia Johnson.
Erica Catherine Shipman.
David Larry Vincent.
Michael Gerard Canase.
Mishka Pinnock.
Erica Gooding.
Bobby B. Bird Jr.
Jamal Raheem Davis.
Candace Jordan West.
Ababadin Patel.
Frederick Masing.
Andrew James Moore.
Randy Lee Mulder.
Melinda Yvette Martinez.
Ryan McKeon.
Patrick Masucci.
Jessica Ann Natalini.
Catherine C. Yost.
Peter Nguyen.
Carmelo Henry Thomas.
Rachel Lynn Vagnoni.
Keisha Alexander.
Shane Joseph Johns.
Evan Mitchell.
Melissa Schenk.
Juliette Olivia Monteleone.
Ethan Michael Marcinek.
Nicholas M. Natali.
Dijenabu Ajita Dialabu.
Marissa Ashley Santangelo.
William Fries Jr.
Eric Pellegrino.
Sandra Oworo.
Tiara Thompson.
Eduardo Sotomayor.
Mario Bibian.
Bridget Omoapati.
Amber Dean.
Ian Alexander Hawk.
Doris Jones.
Felicia Machette.
Jasmine Renee Wallace.
Louis Zurita.
Keith Elton Brantley.
Talina S. Taylor.
Christina Holt.
Jesus Gutierrez Tarez.
Deron Kieran Moore.
Jillian E. Hickey.
Maritza Reyes.
Maurice Reynolds.
Ryan Wright.
Christina M. Negron.
Alicia M. Popowitz.
Anthony Wise.
Darnell Cotton.
Adrienne Christina Sosa Diaz.
Dashmir Falana.
Shane P. McNiff.
Robert Johnson.
Adriana Escobedo Quiros.
Jaleesa Tanae Reynolds.
Peter D. Cabillo.
Azar Q. Shaw.
Shantae Michelle Pearson.
Nigeria King.
Christopher Courtney.
Vincent Hall.
Maddie Williams.
Tierra Massadine.
Kirkpatrick McEwen Lyons.
Antonio Zaragoza.
Valicia Shanae Liggins.
Patricia Dixon.
Stanley Howard.
Jacob Nathan Blue.
Jariah Bazemore.
LaQuanda Allen.
Eric Christopher Jackson.
Colton Mabus.
Brianna Smith.
Tamira Monet Cody.
Brandon A. Bell.
David Pindara Sal.
Atia Darden.
Peggy Washington.
Kishan Patel.
Kevin Sedagiapour.
Nadia Kiana Ellis.
Jantel Amanda Frazier.
Alexander M. Dinolfi.
Quentin Watson.
Aisha Carter.
Quimel Ballard.
Russell Graham III.
Paul Anthony Savage.
Tanisha Malone.
Charlotte Rose.
Ronald Davis.
Derek Andrew Hall.
Marquita Yvette Griffin.
Courtney Jefferson.
Devon Andre Allen.
Manuel Baez Santos.
Alicia Renee Adger.
Deanna Boyd.
James Matthew Fessler.
Donald Allen Williams.
Aquila D. Mayo.
Kanisha Latae Miller.
Daniel Ryder Good.
Norberto Morales.
Clara Rico.
Tierra Mitchell.
Francisco Javier Saldivar.
Eric Pigeon.
Alesa Elizabeth Powell.
Nicole Fiorentine.
James Allen Custer.
Ryan James Kelly.
Tiara Sanders.
Kiera Yvonne Clary.
William Cassis.
Andre J. Richette.
Amina L. Parker.
Rachel Maria Borzillo.
Daniel Loftus.
Gregory Ian Cohen.
Ajua Montera Howell.
Leah Rose Fosco.
Brian Michael Finneran.
Stephen Anthony Piazza.
Bryn Caroline Katita.
Ariel Rose Fosco.
Michael A. Lanuti.
Craig Bryson Simpkins Jr.
Kayla Glenn Brassberger.
Anna L. Flores.
Timothy Ryan Manning.
Vincent John Vellante.
Rachel Nicole Schuster.
Xochitl Simon Estrada.
Ryan Richard Sanders.
Jonathan Robert Hauser.
Danielle Elizabeth Fender.
Taylor Elise Tomlinson.
Robert Joseph Coble.
Robert Allen Gillette.
Amber Cherie Matthews.
Sarah Renee Hagel.
Ryan Wilson Smock.
Evan Francis Sylvester.
Bethany Rose Culp.
Corey Renee Monteleone.
Isaiah Wallace.
Giovanni Raballo Zamparira.
Yen Nguyen.
Melody R. Forlano.
Anthony Mills.
Oscar Alejandro Flores Rodriguez.
Amber Lynn Palpst.
Jessica Lynn Duong.
Wesley Nathaniel Hayes.
Godwin Omo Ekpande.
Caitlin Kelly Griffin.
Melissa Bianco Filippi.
Ronald Edward Good.
Jerron Lloyd Essen.
Tiona Flowers.
Derek Anderson.
Dane Anthony Johnson.
Susan Nioli Petro.
Megan Elizabeth Montleone.
Kip Bronson.
Julio Angel Rosario.
Laura Ann Perkins.
Kristen Lee Angelo.
Rachel Maria Molinero.
Ferdinando Mariscal.
Marquise Favors.
Mitzi Allen.
Jenny Rose Fusco.
Lejour Murray Salisbury.
Stephen Joseph Bloomer.
Shakira Mitchell.
Kirsten Francis Lenzi.
Rashawn Allen.
James H. Lightsey III.
Brigitte P. Bagner.
Patricia Jade Pass.
Roderick Adam Swan.
Romel E. McClellan.
Salem Smith.
Sophia S. Waters.
Scott Cross.
Simeon Jarrell Reynolds.
Lindsay K. Stauffenberg.
Jasmine Noel Cummings.
Stephen Michael Mayer.
Eric Valderas.
Nicole Ann Condren.
Alicia Jowett.
Andrew D. Johnson.
Augustin Garcia Martin.
Lisa Liu.
Tanira Nafisa Perkins.
Alexander Lugo.
Michael Luther Tolson.
Sonia Delegati.
Avis Renee McGee.
Marcus Lamont Tolson.
Brian Butler Jr.
Patricia Ann Delaney.
Abby Conklin.
Deshaun Sharp Weems.
Howard Savian Jones.
Alyssa Spadacino.
Elizabeth Rose Barber.
Maurice D. Olverson.
Scott Timothy Kraft.
Chelsea E. Detweiler.
Lachey McCoy.
Jared Smart.
Cassandra Lee Gonzalez.
Harley Tensley.
Gabrielle Bernadette Shirelli.
Frederick Tree Nguyen.
Angela Nadine Hill.
Stephanie Renee Pierce.
Sabina Estrada.
Gabrielle Marie Tomasco.
Marijuana Delphine.
Stacy Joanna Capaldo.
Gabriella Sabrina Lou Reinhardt.
Jennifer Lynn Nijelski.
Dayanara Gomez Luna.
Felicia Di Giovanni.
Denise Victoria Druskowski.
Daria Marie DePaul.
Kellyanne Pearson.
Lauren Nicole Hissner.
Patricia Gipe.
Lauren Teresa Mulder.
Alexandria McCrae.
Courtney Marie Lamas.
Alma Rebecca Barsanis.
Soraya Green.
Pamela L. Roberts.
Brittany Brown.
Brittany Nicholson.
Nikita Bursey.
Renee Joyce McFadden.
Thelma Gwen.
Shalise Mercedes Brown.
Jasmine Fresh McQuiller. Lynette Kim Hamilton. Joy Corley. Sierra Michelle Wallace. Valerie A. Kazan Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to thank all of you in the audience who responded positively to our students' request with regards to your behavior during the diploma walk. And at this time, I would ask the class of 2008 to please stand. Dr. Samuels. Dr. Samuels. If you would stop that, we could finish this. On behalf of the faculty and administration of Norristown Area High School, I certify that the graduating members of the class of 2008 have satisfactorily completed the prescribed course of study as required by the Pennsylvania Department of Education and the Norristown Area School District. Dr. Samuels, I present the graduating class of 2008.
On behalf of the Board of Education of the Norristown Area School District, I am pleased to accept the class of 2008 and declare these eligible students to be graduated. Graduates, change tassels.
Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join the class of 2008 in the singing of the alma mater.